Oh, hi, Taurus. Welcome to Quickie Tarot. It's time for a love reading. I have shuffled these cards really good. So let's get started. Let's find out, what can Taurus expect in their love life, please? What can Taurus expect in their love life? Universe. What can Taurus expect in their love lives? Let's see what we got here. Please give me more cards, Universe, for Taurus's love life, please. What can they expect? What can they expect? Alright. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's not the one. That goes there. That goes there, and there. Okay. So Taurus, the overall energy of this reading is a Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups, that's an offer. Doesn't look like much, does it? There's a fish in it, for one thing, poking its head out. So, Pisces could be in your chart. Pisces could be involved in this reading. It's like I really need to read around it, see what comes of it. But this is usually not that good of an offer. So I'm thinking it's being presented as a good offer, but it isn't. Okay, so let's read around this. Sometimes it can be presented and look like a bad offer, and it actually be a good offer. It can go the other way around. So I need to read around this card. Up here in your highest energy, we have Temperance. This is the card for Sagittarius. So you might have Sagittarius in your chart. You might have Sagittarius someplace around this reading. But Temperance is trying to get you balanced, okay? She's trying to bring things together so that you can balance your life. This is a guardian angels. This is the universe working really hard, pouring that potion from cup to cup to cup, trying to get either both feet in the water or both feet on the land, because being out of balance is where you're at right now. Your guardian angels, though, they got your back. All right. So it's right next to the Fool card. This is about leaping into something. This is about, being kind of frivolous, living in the moment. It can be a fun card, but the Fool usually finds themselves on the edge of a cliff. And that could be where you're at right now. And that could be why you're out of balance, is you might be balancing on the edge of a cliff. So it's like you move one way, you're okay, but if you move the other way, look out. That's a big drop off. We have the World card here in your highest energy. This is a whole new life cycle here. So Temperance is trying to, get you to balance. They want you balanced. They don't want you going off the cliff. Okay. They want you to enter a life cycle that is a little different from the one that you've been in. Perhaps you've been living this way, the way of the Fool. And I think Temperance wants you to enter another life cycle, a different type of life cycle, maybe to live life differently a little bit, perhaps. Let's read on. Under the Temperance card, we have the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate card. You might have known someone since childhood. It's right next to it. That's what it has to do with. It's leaping into things. It's like, I don't know. Maybe every offer that comes along you think is your soulmate, and then you leap into it, and then you find yourself at the edge of a cliff. That could be. That's what I'm getting from this reading. So Temperance is trying to get you to, like, slow down. It's like, hold your horses here a bit. Every offer is not a soulmate offer, okay? And some soulmate offers, even if they are from a soulmate, you shouldn't accept. Not all soulmates you're meant to be that can make you happy, okay? Soulmates are people you've known in the previous life. You may have already met them in this life. If you have, it could have been from childhood, but you've always known them from another life. That's why they're called a soulmate. It could be in a first life, but they'll be back life after life after life if that's the case. So then we have the magician. Things about to be revealed. I think you're going to notice. I think you're going to notice that this offer has a fish in it. I think that's great. It's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. The magician, like wah wah, finally, you see the fish. You see that this cup is not full of love. There's a fish in it. This is all part of your new life cycle. Temperance is helping you. Your guardian angels are helping to guide you to notice some things, pay attention to some things that you haven't been paying attention to. Because it's like, if you look at the Fool card, they're not paying attention. They're looking up at the sky. They got a flower in their hand. They're not paying attention their little dog could go off the cliff. They're not paying attention they're about to go off the cliff. So it looks like you are beginning to see things a little differently. You're beginning to be more cautious. That's your new cycle. That's your new life cycle. Okay? Changing, growing. We have the Queen of Cups, which is right under the Soulmate card, which is right under the Temperance card. So, what that tells me is that your guardian angels are doing a good job. Because they have you thinking about love. They have you dissecting it in your mind, like with all the questions. Like, how come I always end up, having to look at another offer? Why can't one of these offers just stay with me? You know? So you have a lot of questions about love. This is the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it, and there's little windows, and this figure is trying to see into that cup because that cup is full of answers to love questions. This is possible water energy, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And so that you might have that in your chart, or it might be around this reading someplace. But more importantly, it's that energy of getting those answers out of that cup. Thinking, thinking about things, okay? And what you want from a soulmate. Under this Page of Cups here, and next to the Queen of Cups with all those questions, is the Six of Pentacles. So, part of your questions is, why am I always left out in the cold? Why do I always find myself alone, And it's the cup. It's the cups that you're picking. It's you haven't been able to see the fish. Now you're seeing it. Now you are seeing it. Awesome. So next to the Six of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands. This is the type of soulmate. It's right under the Magician. This is the type of soulmate that you need. This is the type of soulmate you want. We got the World card, the Magician, and then we have this Four of Wands down here. That is a soulmate connection with the 1111, more powerful than any other soulmate card in the deck. It's right under the Magician. It's like, look what awaits you. The Magician, it's like, look what awaits you. The Magician is really like pointing to the Chariot here. And the Chariot is next to the Soulmate card. So your soulmate might be Cancer. They might have a Cancer have Cancer in their chart, have Cancer, you could have Cancer in your chart or have Cancer around this reading. But the energy is moving forward at a fast pace with the right soulmate towards stability, living in the same home, security with the soulmate. This Chariot sits next to the King of Swords over here. So it's moving fast, and it's moving fast toward truth and clarity about protecting yourself from getting into these situations of leaping before looking, so to speak, and truthful communication. All right? That's what's going to move you forward. So ask the questions you need to ask. Have your sword up. We have the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. So This tells me that there is something that will need to be said or will have to be said. Something is brewing. There's something inside of you. You know, you still might have somebody in your life that has a staff of new beginnings. This could be the person coming in too that you're going to move forward with really fast. I think it is because it's right above the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is all that truth and clarity. I think this next person that comes in, you're going to ask the questions that you need to ask. I think you're just going to stand up there and you're going to be like, like, how how do you think? What do you think about this? How do you feel about that? Who are you? What are you made of? What can I expect from you? This King of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay, holds that staff of new beginnings. So this could be all about you just speaking up on for the next person coming in, since it does carry the fire energy of Sagittarius. But this could also be somebody else that has fire in their chart. This Page of Wands is right under that Wheel of Fortune, moving forward, moving forward in a different way. The universe has their hand to your back. They're trying to push you along. There's a reason for all this. You had to learn how to ask the right questions before jumping into a relationship. Maybe there's one more card here for Taurus. One more next to that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there is. There you are. There you are. So to become the person, this is the person you are, male or female, the King of Pentacles. Security, stability, and groundedness. This is what you need in a relationship, not that flighty stuff, you know. And it's right above the King of Wands, the wand of new beginnings. So what you're doing is you're changing, you're learning how to seek the truth about people before you get into too deep into a relationship with them. And you will be moving forward with someone here, and you will be asking the right questions. Well, Taurus, that was your reading. Thank you for watching.